Have you ever noticed how different our burial traditions are between, Nigeria and South Africa? From my experience here in South Africa, I saw that burials happen so fast, like mostly within a week or 2 weeks. You know, they are done with the whole thing. They have put the disease to rest. But in Nigeria, especially among the Igbo culture, among the Igbo tribe where I'm from, it can take up to 3 months or even longer.
Funerals in Nigeria are normally expensive. Like when I mean expensive, it's not a joke for someone to bury his or her loved one. I've seen a lot of families that normally sell land, they sell properties just to bury their loved ones, right?
Have you ever noticed how different our burial traditions are between, Nigeria and South Africa? From my experience here in South Africa, I saw that burials happen so fast, like mostly within a week or 2 weeks. You know, they are done with the whole thing. They have put the disease to rest. But in Nigeria, especially among the Igbo culture, among the Igbo tribe where I'm from, it can take up to 3 months or even longer, you know. Now, the question is, do you ever wonder why it's like that, In this video, I'll be unpacking some of the reasons why, our Igbo tribe or Nigerians keep their dead for a long time. So if that sounds like something you'll be interested in, make sure you watch this video till the end while I enjoy my food. Now, here's the thing. In Igbo culture, burials are not just about, laying someone to rest. They are a kind of grand cultural event and a final honor to the person who lived. Now, the length of the time we keep the dead often depends on the person's age, maybe the social status of the person. If the person is a kind of old and had a large family, it kind of had a good social standing, the burial might be delayed, mainly because they need time for proper planning, because they are going to have a big ceremony and to celebrate their life in a grand style, But if this person is young, or maybe without children, or maybe the father is still alive, if your father is still alive and the person died, this kind of burial is usually, done so quickly because it is seen as a painful death or an unfortunate death. Here is the question: why do we keep our dead for so long? I know if you are a South African woman who is married to a Nigerian man, you might be wondering this, or maybe you are a Nigerian, as they will always call themselves. You might be wondering, why is it that your uncle you heard is dead? They have not buried him yet. Now, here are some of the reasons. One is that they need time to plan and gather the family members. Yes, because many relatives might be living abroad or maybe far away in different cities. Now, so I think maybe they will need time, not until everyone comes home before they will do the burial. Now, another reason on my list could be that the traditional rites. Remember, we must perform some cultural obligations to the dead, or maybe to the extended family members, and, to the maternal side, maybe to the age grade, because there is this thing we call age grade. People who are born within the age brackets, they have a kind of group. So they need other traditional rites. You need to perform a lot of traditional rites before this person could be buried, especially if this person is so aged, Now, another reason on my list is money, financial issue. Yes, because burials in Nigeria cost a lot. It costs a lot. So especially when they are going to be doing things like souvenir, uniforms for Ashebi, and maybe they want to do it in a very large, they want to have a very large ceremony. So all this involve a lot of money. So you need time to gather this money before you commence the burial. And lastly on my list today is maybe a kind of community involvement, because this required you to bring all the extended family together to the village, for them to participate and have their last honor to the dead. I think these are my reasons so far. If there is anyone I didn't remember, please, you are from Nigeria, please put them down in the comment section. People are there to learn. So to you, my South African sisters who are married to Nigerian men, what is your experience like? The first time you saw this kind of burial arrangements?
So severally I've seen South Africans asking this question, why is it that Nigerians keep their dead relatives at the morgue for a very long time? So I really like to add few things to those videos. Now, firstly, funerals in Nigeria are normally expensive. Like when I mean expensive, it's not a joke for someone to bury his or her loved one. It's usually expensive, right? I've seen a lot of families that normally sell land, they sell properties just to bury their loved ones, right? Like when someone dies, especially an elderly person, a married person, right? If there's no money, the person won't be buried because there's a lot to do with money. There's a lot to sort with money. Are you getting it? There's a whole lot to do with money. So funerals in Nigeria is not a child's play unless the person is a Muslim. If the person is a Muslim, then when the person dies today, even before afternoon, before the children arrives, they have buried the person, whether the person is rich or not. That's Muslim culture. But for we Christians, we have a lot that we do. You have to go to the church to go and sort with the church. You have to go to the person's village to inform the family. You have to go to the maternal side and officially inform them that this is what has happened. Are you getting it? So you have to do a lot of things that also requires time. Are you getting it? Now, if the person is an elderly person, you guys have to keep planning for the funerals and also wait for the children's arrival. And by the time you know it, it has already clocked 2 months, 3 months. And normally, people do not like to hold a funeral during rainy season, because during rainy season in Nigeria, it can actually mess things up. Like assuming it's a wedding, fine, you can choose an indoor venue. When you choose an indoor venue, you can stay there until everything is done, but not funeral. Burials, Nigerians stay in an open place. You can choose field. Like Nigerians stay outside to do funeral. Are you getting it? So once the person dies during rainy season, the family likes to shift the funeral till after rainy season, or at least give it a time. Give it a time when they know that okay, this period there won't be anything like rain, because nobody wants rain to mess his or her events up. Are you get, like, I've seen different occasions where people put their funeral during rainy season, and by the time you know it, rain has already filled up the grave. Are you getting it? And the people had to wait. The people had to wait until after raining. They can decide to call the villagers to come and start taking away the waters that have filled up the grave before they can lay their loved one down there and cover it. So that is also one of the reasons why uh it's as if it takes time for Nigerians to bury their loved ones. Like there's a whole lot of reasons. There's a whole lot of reasons. Like you guys know that we Nigerians, we love to travel, we love to relocate. Like most of us don't love to be in our country, probably because of how the country is, right? We feel that there are better chances outside Nigeria. So when someone dies and he or she has children that are outside Nigeria, like Europe or America, the children will have to fix the date that will be okay, convenient for them to come back for the father's funeral or the mother's funeral. That's also another reason why it takes time for Nigerians to bury their loved ones, because you have to inform the children that the father or the mother has passed, and they will start to um fix dates for the funeral. Whenever you want to fix the date, you have to check the weather first. Yes, you have to check the weather, especially if it's during rainy season. If it's during rainy season, it's hard for you to see people doing funeral. But then people still do funeral. So in a family where there is money, the the funeral does not exceed more than 2 months. Yeah, between between 1 month to 3 months. But in a situation whereby there is no money, and the family had to start selling most of the properties just to raise money for the funeral, it usually takes time. Some even takes time like 4 months, 5 months, like between 3 months to 5 months, simply because they needed to raise money for the person's funeral. So funerals in Nigeria are damn expensive. Like people even go as far as selling their cars, selling landed properties, selling anything sellable. They just need to sell so they'll be able to raise money. Despite the fact that friends do help. Yes, friends do help, well wishers help, family helps, but then you still have to sell. You have to sell things to raise money to do funeral. Yes, that's Nigeria for you. But I learned that in South Africa, is very, very easy and simple, and the government even helps. I learned that the government helps to bury the person. So I don't know, maybe I don't know how they do it, sha, but I've seen South Africans saying that the government buries the person or the government helps to bury the person. But where we come from and where we are coming from, government don't help you in anything. Even when you give birth, nobody will assist you. It's not even free because you have to pay. Like government will never come through for you, whether good or bad. Government will not do anything for you. Like I've heard that in South Africa, when you have an accident that the government pays, that you are rich, you become rich. Ah, my sister, if you have any accident, if you have accident in Nigeria, you on your own. If you make it, fine. If you don't make it, is that's one is your problem. Government don't do anything for you. You just have to go extra mile to hustle, to do anything that you know you can do to help yourself. You only help yourself. In my country, nobody helps you. You are the only one, you're the only savior you have for yourself. Nobody will ever come out here to tell you that, oh, government has ever given him 1 rand, 1 naira before. No, government will not do anything for you. So if anyone dies, the only people that can even help you is only the family members and the friends, like friends of the deceased, friends of the family. But you still have to raise money. Oh, you will raise money. You will raise money. You will raise serious money. You have to raise money. So that's why it's as if funerals in Nigeria, like one can actually be in the morgue for 3 months, 4 months, 5 months. There is no smoke without fire. There is reason for anything, like everything. There is always a reason for anything that one is doing. We don't just allow people to be there just because we want. No, it's not even our tradition. Once there is money, you can decide to bury the person within 2 weeks. Yes, you can decide to bury the person within 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. But in a situation whereby there is no money, you have to raise money. You have to raise money. No, you have to run around and raise money before fixing the burial date, the funeral. So thank you so much for your time. Thank you for watching. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, do where to subscribe to my channel.